Hi, I'm Pitchford, four-time Olympian and professional table tennis player, and you're watching Time Out on Table Tennis England.
Obviously fresh back from Paris. Talk us through what it's like from obviously being selected. I know you didn't qualify, so what's that selection process like?
Well, basically, sort of last year I kind of knew after I got to the final in Oman and had a decent event in the Champions a couple of weeks after in Frankfurt that I was pretty safe by a world ranking to be in, so kind of took a bit of pressure off. And
then obviously after that, I know you didn't qualify for the mixed doubles, but that's not because you didn't qualify, it's because you didn't play.
Yeah, obviously it came at a bit of a bad time. You know, got an injury in my shoulder. I think I'd just played from January to April, just so much travelling, done about 170 hours on flights to, Asia and then back to Europe.
Must have got some good air miles.
French league and everything, but it's like, I think, my body was just at a point where, I was just struggling and felt my shoulder in a match and just didn't really kind of feel like it was getting any better.
Yeah. What was the rehab for that like? Doing some work with Justin? Yeah,
so I saw obviously Justin first and then went to see a specialist down in London. And he recommended that I have an injection, try and settle it down. So I had that and started to feel a little bit better, and then sort of got back. I was obviously doing rehab, throughout the whole process, and then slowly got back on the table. Obviously, it wasn't ideal preparation for Paris. Not playing the tournament for like three or 4 months, but I felt good in practice. I was fairly happy with how the prep went. We had a few sparring partners over and stuff. So it was nice to be able to actually play without any pain and stuff like that. So.
That's good. So some Olympic myths. What's them beds like?
Not great. Bit stiff. I don't really like a hard bed, so it's a bit too hard for me.
What about like the vibe in the village? So talk to us. You just beat Vicky Wu. You go back to the Olympic Village. What are you doing?
What did I do? Can't remember. It was one of them like just try and get prepared as well for the next match. It was one of the first match wasn't ideal really. It was kind of I think I'd rather had a more challenging match and got through it than what it was. It was, so I didn't really feel like I was in the tournament yet, and obviously playing Darko, it's never easy. I think the first set was very important. I think if I'd have won that, puts a bit more pressure on him. Had a lead in that first set. Managed to get myself back into the match. I don't think I played a bad match. I wasn't disappointed with how I played. Obviously disappointed with the result, but he's a tricky player for me. It's difficult.
What do you think it is? The
serve maybe, he serves good. Obviously he plays. He's doing everything to try and play to his strengths, and it's tough to stop him from doing that. But it didn't go my way. I think at 3-2 there was a few points when it was close at the start of that set that I was a bit unlucky and had a few chances, but I think if I'd have got through that, you never know what can happen. But it was.
What would you say is like your, away from this Olympics now, what would you say is your like earliest memory of playing, of like watching the Olympics or anything like that? I know you've played in 4 now. So
my earliest memory of watching it was, I think I was on holiday with my family when I was probably 10 or 11, so it was at Athens. I was watching it, we were on holiday and it was on everywhere, every TV, every where you went, and I just loved just watching every sport. Like, it didn't matter what it was. There was something about the Olympics that everyone gets into it. And
yeah, of course. What would you play if you didn't play table tennis, and why?
I used to play tennis when I was young, so probably that. But I'm more of a. And now I'm into my golf. I'm getting a bit older, so I'm into my golf now. So.
Favourite golfer?
Probably Tommy Fleetwood.
Got to be on it.
Yeah.
Would you say you met like any other, obviously over your 4 years, who's some of the big names in the Olympics village that you've met, or anyone from Team GB that you're really good friends with outside of table tennis?
I mean, obviously Andy Murray was there this time a lot in the village, and he's he's sound, like he just talks to everyone, and he's always got time for people. But I remember in London, obviously that was my first one. When we arrived, I was just in the lift with Chris Hoy. So at that point I was like,
a bit
this
starstruck.
is unbelievable. Like.
Asking him for his autograph.
But then, like, friends-wise, I mean, I know and speak to other sports, but you don't really get that much time to sort of mingle, especially like we sort of start straight away, normally the first day of the event, and then we had to leave pretty quickly when we'd finished. So it was
2028, is that on the card? Never say never.
Can't say that I won't try for it. Like, if you'd asked me a year ago, I probably would have said it won't be happening. But if you ask me now, then I think there's a chance I go for it.
Why not?
Especially now, like, me and Anna had some good results in mixed. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play the qualification this time, but I think if in 4 years, if we play together a lot more and put a lot of work in, there's no reason why we can't qualify for LA in mixed doubles.
Obviously the 2024-25 season's just got started. What's your aims this season? And where are we going to see you play? Obviously I know Florida Crocs.
Yeah.
#1 draft pick.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Obviously it was nice to be picked first, and it's like being back at school. You want to be picked first on the football team or something, but no, I wanted to go out to America because I believe the only way to grow table tennis is to make it big out there. Like, for me, if it's big in America, then that's when it can be a big sport. Like, because right now I don't see it. Like, obviously
seem like
the
they're
Olympics.
putting a lot into it.
Pardon?
They seem like they're putting a lot into it.
Yeah, they're trying, and there's obviously a lot of people around that have got a lot of influence. So I want to go out there and do a bit of networking, and hopefully try and help them grow as well. But yeah, then playing in France again in Pontoise this year.
Is that back at Hennenbont?
No, in Pontoise. So I changed to a club in Paris at least, so I'm not travelling as much.
Tell us about your team. How did you get into it, and also who you're going to be playing alongside?
In France?
Yeah.
So playing with Marcos Freitas this year. I've obviously known him for a long time. When I first went to Germany, he was playing in Oxenhausen. So I've known him for a long time, and last few years he sort of always
when you're coming back,
you come and play in Pontoise, and it's just not really worked the last few years. Obviously I was in Hennebon, and then kind of this season I was just travelling a lot, and obviously at WTT, and then travelling to Hennebon is still like quite far. And then he got in touch with me again, and I was like, you know what, I wasn't sure how much I wanted to play next or this coming season, because the last year had just been crazy. I'd just been travelling and had about 4 days at home in like 6 months.
Wow. So getting you back in front of a big crowd, we're going to see you back at Nationals this year?
Well, yeah, if it fits in with my schedule. I think I'll be back, because this season I won't be travelling to as many WTT events. Yeah. I'll be picking and choosing my plan bit more carefully than
some
than
big
this
results
season.
then. None as big as this
Hopefully.
one. This match matters most first. Let's play some points.
Absolutely.
Whoa. You got my feet going.
Oh,
That's a brilliant start. Take that. Nice. And, beating Marlong, Jujin, all those legends. Tell us about playing some of those players. What's it like from the prep, from you, what we don't see on the cameras when you've got them headphones on and you're getting in the zone, and then in them moments where you've got match point on Marlong. What's going through your head?
like the Marlong match, I can't really remember. It was kind of such
He was in the zone.
but it was one of them I'd obviously I knew he was kind of just coming back from injury and stuff, and I was kind of in my head. I was playing well. I felt good, and I was kind of I've got a chance. You never know what can happen, and then it kind of obviously I was 2-0, 8-4 down or something. Not getting killed, but obviously normally that's how it goes against the Chinese.
Yeah.
And then somehow I stole that set. I think he got a bit nervous. I got myself.
The Dragon
back
gets
into it.
nervous.
I don't know if he got nervous, but I think he got into. I think that obviously my backhand.
Go on then, whips
is my best shot, and I think he kind of got into. He wanted to prove he wanted to beat me backhand. So I was like, this is great for me. Because normally he plays one backhand here, step around, but he was just staying hot, holding backhand. So I was like, it's great, and then switching down the line. I was like, I got a chance here, and then at match point I was just playing free. I'd had nothing to lose.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Go on, let's. Wow.
Sorry.
Maybe to the middle, but I don't think I got it anyway.
Sorry.
Oh, nice. What about Timo Boll? Retired. Just retired.
Yeah.
Illustrious career. Tell us about your encounters.
Yeah, obviously played him quite a few times. The first time was when I was playing in Oxenhausen, back, in German league, a long time ago now. And I think the first time I played, I think I was leading in the fifth, 7-5. I ended up losing. One of them, I was like, I've got a chance here, and then somehow he steals it, and but then obviously it's just tough playing him. I beat him once when I was, in the Austrian Open, I think it was. I was playing really well. He's just tough to play against. He's always changing something, changing the serve, the placement. Where he spins. It's tough. He's obviously one of the best players ever. Yeah.
So future-wise, this season, training in Sheffield must be nice. Training it back at home. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think this is what we need. As for the senior team, it's not as important nowadays. But I think for the younger ones that are coming through, they need a place like this to just be able to practice every day, twice a day.
In the right environment.
In the right environment, and learn from, obviously we'll be in the hall. We used to have it when I was growing up, 14, 15, we used to be here in this hall.
Yeah.
And obviously I would train with Paul, Danny Reed, Brumgay was here at the time, Darius. So I was kind of I want to be like them, I want to be as better than them, I want to be in the men's team. And obviously gradually, when you're in that environment, you do believe you can do it, and I think that's what we've been lacking.
If you give everybody watching at home your one bit of advice for this season, and then we're playing first to three, and right. I'm taking it, I'm going to ring up for ranking points if I want.
Have I still got any? Well, my piece of advice for everyone, just enjoy your table tennis. May the nets and edges be with you.
Right, let's get into it.
I might need a miss.
Hopefully so. Come on then. Oh, I went for it. Snatch.
How's the bluff?
Snatch. Take your time. He's not that good, only 4-time Olympian. Oh, it's all going wrong.
He's bottled it. He's had the chances. Can't take it.
It's 2-0. Pitchford versus Marlon. Oh, you're kidding me.
Is that going on camera?
Oh, I hope not. That's poor. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Enjoyed speaking to you. Cheers. Best of luck this season.